Hi, I'm Emily Huber at Body Brain Balance in St. Joseph, Michigan. I'm a certified NeuroSculpting facilitator, a licensed massage therapist, a registered yoga teacher, a certified personal trainer, and a certified wellness and life coach. I'm excited to share with you some tools that I've acquired and sharpened over the years. I'm particularly excited about NeuroSculpting, which combines mindfulness, meditation, and brain science. The full brain approach of neurosculpting drew me like a magnet. Practicing the 5 steps of neurosculpting has given me more tools and enabled me to show up in my best self. Neurosculpting took my meditation and self-care practice to a deeper and more full space. Sharing tools of neurosculpting and witnessing my beloved clients and community experience and enthusiasm with the practice is so inspiring and beautiful. I want to share it with you. Neurosculpting is built on a key component of neuroplasticity. If we pay focused attention to an experience, we will learn or map that experience into our neurology, where it is stored as a memory to retrieve. Join me in the 5-step neurosculpting process meditation, entrainment process, to create new pathways in the brain, rewrite limiting beliefs, and create new stories so we can let go of old habits that no longer serve us. We will also be incorporating the practice of brain gym exercises, vagal toning, and shaking. These can be practiced anywhere, anytime, whether it be at home, work, or school. The exercises are designed to strengthen the relationship between the body, mind, and are appropriate for people of all ages and with all levels of mobility. One form of brain gym is to practice using your non-dominant hand for simple tasks. Consider, if you have the ability, brushing your teeth or hair with the opposite hand, eating with the opposite hand, stirring your beverage with the opposite hand, picking things up with the opposite hand. See a theme here? Writing with the opposite hand, turning the key with the opposite hand, walking up the stairs with your non-dominant leg. Another form of brain gym is simply changing how you do things. I call this oppositional movement. Turn the handle of your mug so that you have to reach for it differently, or switch how you cross your legs. Shifting routines work as well. Try walking in a different direction. Consider incorporating cross-body movements, crossing your midline with your limbs, or doing twists. Explore. These simple brain gym exercises strengthen our prefrontal cortex. If we do them often, repetitively, and mindfully, our neural pathways will ingrain new messages and reverse the unconscious patterns that don't serve us anymore. We will also be incorporating shaking. Shaking is an eraser for the nervous system. It's blackboard. The idea of shaking it off is not a metaphor. Shaking and twitching is the fastest way to bring the nervous system out of arousal and back to restorative state. Shaking is a powerful release that regulates the nervous system. It enables the muscles to unlock from the contraction pattern initiated during the fight, flight, freeze response. Rerouting the nervous system quiets the limbic system, which is also the fight, flight, freeze response, and engages the prefrontal cortex. It allows us to quickly enter into restorative state. Next time you feel the need to unlock, you can shake it off. Try it out. Shaking it off for 2 to 3 minutes is the fastest way to break the patterns of muscle contraction and reset your mind and body. Care to give a little shake together? Vagal toning. Vagal toning is, we're also going to work with vagal toning, and it's another way to reset the nervous system. The vagus nerve is the longest nerve in the body. It connects the brain to so many important organs, including intestines, stomach, heart, lungs. The vagus nerve is the key part of our rest and digest nervous system, the parasympathetic. It influences our breathing, digestive function, and heart rate, all of which can impact mental health. Some forms of vagal toning is making raspberries, with the lips. You can explore with different levels, like higher, lower, medium, and just play with that, see what that's like for you. Also gargling, humming, singing. Shall we try a higher note? Explore. It's a fun practice. And remember, no day is the same. Every day is different, and feed yourself a lot of self-compassion in all the moments is my suggestion. Join me if you would like. Join me if you'd like. The NeuroSculpting process starts with the induction, which quiets the limbic system the best we can and in this moment. Not completely, but the best we can in the moment, or maybe completely, wherever you're at. We do this through breathing, focusing on safe, repetitive, predictable things in the environment and in our body. The next part of the induction exercise is to inspire the prefrontal cortex to pay attention, to awaken the creative mind. And we do this through focusing on random body parts, being mildly creative, awe, novelty, curiosity, focusing on directed awareness. We could stop there and get huge benefits just from step 1 and 2, quieting the limbic system and inspiring the prefrontal cortex. Or we could continue into step 3. In step 3, we will tell a story. The story helps us write a new script so we can relate to an old fear in a new way. We do this when the brain is primed to pay attention to the story and not retrieve the fear. Since we have quieted the limbic system, inspired the prefrontal cortex, the brain is ready and primed. In the story, we alternate our analytical desire with our experiential desire, toggling back and forth with our right and left hemisphere of the brain through the way that we use language and imagery in the story. Step 4, we will link a somatic cue. Place or tap areas of activity or release with your non-dominant hand or make a unique hand gesture. This is an opportunity to develop an association, which makes the neural pathway we've created more retrievable inside or outside of the meditation in the daily life. So if you're in a line and it's stuck and you might feel a little frustration, you can use the somatic cue and it can bring back the meditation feeling, quieting the limbic system, inspiring the prefrontal cortex and the story that we went with for the meditation, and it takes you right back. And then step 5 is we name the meditation. This associates a linguistic reference to your experience, as well as placing the non-dominant hand or tapping with the non-dominant hand or making a unique hand gesture. Naming the meditation makes the neural pathway more retrievable inside or outside of the meditation in daily life. This process cannot be done wrong. I'll be guiding you. You can take my suggestions or adapt them. There is no wrong way to be in this practice. We are going to do step 1 and step 2 of the induction together. You can do a variation of this every day, and it will have a huge benefit for you and your nervous system. Remember, there is no wrong way to be in this practice. I will offer suggestions. You can take them or adapt them, whatever works for you. This is your meditation, your adventure, your journey. Getting comfortable, whatever that means for you. Perhaps make a movement to commence this meditation. Maybe that's giving yourself an internal or external shake. Or maybe that's dropping your shoulders so there's more space between your ears and shoulders. Or maybe that's deepening your breath. Something to signify the next little bit of time is for you. The invitation for today's meditation is for you to allow your mind to do whatever your mind is doing. For some of us in this moment, that might be calm, or that might be frenetic and busy. But it really does not matter what your mind is doing right now, because the invitation is for you to gently close your eyes, if that is comfortable, and inquire what the body is doing in this moment. I wonder what it might be like if you were to gently close your eyelids and just say hello to your body. Maybe you might realize there is a very, very important thing happening in this moment, more important than anything in the external world. It is the effortless, constant, predictable, reliable, organic breathing that your body is doing. Perhaps you notice your breath. Not change it, just notice it. Maybe you notice the pattern of your breathing. Maybe that's through the nose, down the throat, to the lungs, and back out again. Or something else. What might it be like for you to follow your breath through your body to a different room? Maybe you notice the only moment there is this moment right now. And in this moment, you are gifting yourself self-care. And how wonderful is that? Perhaps you notice your breath is breathing itself with or without your attention. Predictable, reliable, organic. Maybe you notice your heart is beating itself with or without your attention. Predictable, reliable, organic. Perhaps you notice your immediate needs are met enough for you to be doing this exercise because you are doing it. Maybe you notice gravity is supporting you with or without your attention. Perhaps you notice you are able-bodied and able-minded enough to be doing this exercise because you're doing it. You might notice you are safe enough and nurtured enough to be doing this exercise because you're doing it. Maybe you notice you can invite some permission for your bones, your muscles, the mass of your body to find its comfort in its chair, the cushion, or the mat, or something else. Because the truth is, the ground is underneath you, holding you up, and the chair, mat, or cushion is supporting you And gravity is inviting you to get even more connected to those things. I wonder what it might be like for you to invite your breath to do what it does best, to adjust to the needs of the moment. Because this moment is comfortable, and because this moment is within your control, and because this moment is the only moment that actually exists in present time, your breath can slow down. I wonder what it might be like to invite your breath to fill you. Maybe like water filling up a cup. Or maybe invite your breath to empty. Maybe like it's just simply falling out of your body. Or something else. How might you notice a lengthening inhale and a lengthening exhale? How interesting is it to consider that the present moment unfolding is actually the only one that exists outside of the memory or concern for the future. It is just one moment, just this moment. Perhaps as you breathe in and out, your muscles, your bones, your lymph, your body can slow down. And with the slowdown of your being, maybe you notice some ways you might feel particularly supported or comfortable or comforted or safe in this moment. Maybe it's that you are in a room with 4 strong walls and the elements of outside can't come in. Or maybe it's the softness of your favorite shirt against your body. Or maybe you are well fed or hydrated, or something else. How might you feel supported, comforted, safe right now? Perhaps you notice how your body is slowing down and your immediate needs are met and your body is right here in this present time. Maybe noticing this might give rise to your creative mind. This might free up your creative mind to do all sorts of fun explorations. What sort of fun explorations would your creative mind like to do? Would your prefrontal cortex like to imagine dancing to the most magnificent music? Or would it like to imagine that you are a ray of sunshine illuminating off the sun, shining onto something magnificent on the earth? I wonder what it might be like to notice the very tip of your nose. When is the last time you noticed the very tip of your nose? Maybe you notice one hair on your head. Which hair might you notice? Perhaps you notice underneath your tongue. And maybe that makes you salivate. That is the power of directed awareness, the power of focused attention, the power of thought. What might it be like for you to paint a rainbow with your feet? Where might you paint it? Maybe on the earth, or in the sky, or on your bedroom wall, or somewhere else. If the sky was raining chocolate chips, how many might you catch in your mouth? Maybe 5, perhaps 15, maybe none, maybe 100, or something else. How many might you catch in your mouth? Maybe you notice your breath is still breathing itself. Perhaps you notice gravity is still supporting you. Maybe you notice your immediate needs still remain met. Perhaps you notice your heart is still beating itself. And maybe you notice your lungs, belly, diaphragm are rising and falling in perfect harmony, organically, naturally, predictably. Perhaps you deepen your breath, and maybe by doing that, you notice your muscles are draping over your bones a little more, and your bones are melting into gravity a little bit more, and your whole being can relax a little bit more. Breath breathing itself, gravity supporting you, your immediate needs still remain met, heart beating itself. Perhaps you start to bring your awareness from your internal landscape to your external landscape, and start to make movements that will help you come out of this induction. Maybe that's rolling your wrists. Perhaps that's twisting your spine. Maybe that's stretching. Or something else. What might that be for you? And at your own pace, coming out of this meditation. How are you feeling? How did that resonate with you? I'm so curious. So that was the induction. If you were to do that or a variation of that every day, your nervous system would receive great benefit. Perhaps explore this practice. I'm looking forward to expanding on it with you, continuing the induction process and exploring steps 3, 4, 5. If you have any questions about this, feel free to email me at b3bodybrainbalance@gmail.com or call 646-259-1451 or text to make an appointment. You can also go to my website, www.bodybrainbalance.me. And I'm just so excited to work with you. Thank you so much. Stay healthy, stay well, stay safe, and thank you. Take good care.